Elsie runs out on the road after her bouncy ball and gets hit by a car. It's a nice hot summer's day and all the little kids are playing at the courthouse when Kane says, "Mummy, please can we have some money to spend at the shop?" "Yeah, of course, what do you kids want to buy?" "They're selling some bouncy balls in the shop and we want to buy one and some sweets, Mummy," so answered Kane. "OK, sweetheart, make sure you come straight back, please. And no eating sweets until you've had your lunch," said the quad's mummy. "OK, mummy," said Kane. They went to the shop and they bought a bouncy ball and some sweets each. And then they went straight back to the quad's house. When they got there, the quad's mummy gave them some lunch and then she said, "Why don't you all take your new bouncy balls and go and play on the park for a while? I'll come and get you when it's time to come in." "OK, mummy," said Elsie. Jane crossed them all over the road and then they went and played on the park for a while. However, after they'd been there for about half an hour, Elsie bounced her ball. When she went to catch it, she missed and it rolled on the road. She ran after it and as she did so, she was hit by an oncoming car. She was rushed to hospital and her parents were told that she was in a stable but critical condition. They were told that the next 24 hours were crucial as Elsie may not survive. They stayed by her side throughout the night and thankfully she remained stable. A few days later she regained consciousness. However, she was complaining that she couldn't feel her legs. The doctors said to her parents, "I'll have to do more tests, but I'm sure it's just short term and she'll be able to feel her legs again." "Doctor, will she be able to walk again?" asked Jane. "I don't know. I'll know more when we've done the tests and got the results back," answered the doctor. The doctor did the test and when the results came back, she said to Jane and Charles, "It's good and bad news. The bad news is Elsie has spinal damage and 2 broken bones in her back. However, with physiotherapy, she should be able to walk again, but she'll have to wear a back brace until the bones heal. The good news is there's no sign of brain damage, just a severe concussion. We'll keep her in for 2 days so we can keep an eye on her. Then she can come home." 2 days later, little Elsie was allowed to go home, but she had to wear a back brace and use a wheelchair. After about a week, she was allowed to go back to school. During her first physio session, she cried because of the pain, but she didn't complain or refuse to do her exercises. At school, all the kids and the teachers rallied round her and helped her as much as they could. At home, she still drove everyone mad despite all she'd been through. The driver of the car that hit her was a friend of her brother's, Scott, and he'd only been driving for about 3 weeks. He was devastated by what had happened. He idolised the little kids as he worked in their school as a teacher. He constantly showered Elsie with gifts and he kept apologising to her parents. Kicker and the gang knew how much Elsie loved the baby reborn dolls and how much she wanted 2 sets of twins. They put their money together and came up with more than enough to buy her them. Then Kane said, "Kicker, if we put all our pennies together, please can we buy Elsie some twin dolls too?" "Yeah, of course you can," answered Kicker. The little kids only had £30 between them, So Kicker and the gang took them into town and pretended that they were paying for the dolls. But Kicker and the gang paid instead. The gang gave the little kids their money back and they pretended it was their change. Of course, the little kids had no idea as they were too young to understand the value of money. When they handed the dolls to Elsa, she was thrilled to bits. On the day of her next physio appointment, she had an appointment to have x-rays to see if her arm had healed and to see how the bones in her back were. Fortunately, her arm had completely healed and her back was a lot better. However, she still had to wear her back brace and use her wheelchair after her physio session. After her physio session, her mummy asked her, "Elsie darling, shall we go and get some lunch in McDonald's?" "Yeah, please. Mummy, can we go and get some new clothes and toys after dinner, please?" said Elsie. "Of course we can. That reminds me, we need to get you some new school shoes. Your others are too small for you," said Jane. "Can I have some new trainers and some new doll's clothes, please, Mummy?" asked Elsie. "Yeah, but I think it's only fair that we get your brothers and sisters some new school shoes and a toy each," said Jane. "Okay, Mummy," said Elsie. They went for their lunch in McDonald's and then they went shopping for clothes, shoes and toys. At Elsie's next physio appointment, the therapist organised for their back x-ray and it showed that her back was completely healed. She asked Elsie to her, "Elsie, if you can walk and run the way you just did, you definitely don't need physio anymore or a wheelchair." Within no time at all, Elsie made a full recovery and she was running around and playing with her friends and siblings the way she always had. End of chapter 169. Hope you like it, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and to go to my Instagram channel too. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay warm. Love yous. Bye.